get a lot of good gainful employment during that time period because we're really engrossed into both Afghanistan and Iraq. So there's a lot of trepidation with employers of who they will and who they will not hire. So me being a reserve soldier, there was always that I'm not sure I exactly want to hire this guy. And I was applying pretty much everywhere to be a dishwasher, to you name it, and had some fairly decent jobs for a while, but nothing really panned out. So start the process of going active duty, and that took basically about 6 months. And pretty much I got what I wanted. I wanted to go to Fort Benning because it was so close to home. I could still kind of work with the football team, and I was able to secure that. And I get to Fort Benning, and again, I'll cover this, I'm sure, at some other point in time in another podcast. But there was basically the first month I was at Fort Benning, it was kind of all this herky jerky environment of him processing because I'm prior service. So you had that part of the processing, then you have to process back into, or not back into, but you had processing active duty. And so it was kind of two different in processing deals. And then whenever I got to my first duty station or assignment there at Fort Benning, I was back in a TRADOC environment. And that was kind of a train wreck where I went. Like the room I got was trashed. It was definitely not what I had envisioned my first room being in the barracks for an active duty career. And so there were some challenges there, but at Benning, I really enjoyed it. I didn't care for the TRADOC part of it, but I did a lot of different details. I worked as a driver on a infantry air assault kind of expeditionary deal where they were dealing with drones and robots and so on and so forth. That was kind of cool. Did income taxes, the tax center, and was just able to really get a pretty good, within the year and a half I was there, a pretty good understanding of kind of what active duty life was like. And then I come up on orders to go to Fort Jackson for postal school in lieu of going to Fort Lewis. So I go back to Fort Jackson, do the Fox 5 postal course there, and there I get a really good understanding of what's taking place as I'm going to be going to Iraq with a postal team, and which was exciting because I was going to get a chance to go deploy. I tried to, when I was in the reserves, tried to deploy a couple of times, and I never got selected. So because I wanted to do my part, and so that was exciting. And so I meet my commander actually at Fort Jackson. He was taking the leadership course for postal operations, and so I met him, and really enjoyed what he had to offer. Get to Fort Lewis, it was beautiful. If you've never been to the Great Northwest, Pacific Northwest, it's beautiful. Okay, it's just, you can breathe. I'm here from the south, so the humidity is real heavy here, but up there, I mean, just, man, if you've never been there, you've got to go. But it's just beautiful up there. Don't really care for the political climate, don't care for the cold winters you can have up there, but other than that, I mean, goodness gracious, you can't pick a better place to live or serve. But Fort Jackson, or sorry, not Fort Jackson, Fort Lewis was a fun place. Really enjoyed it. The immediate local area was pretty cool. Lakewood, Tacoma, Lacey. I always really enjoyed going to those places and and seeing some things. But I kind of stayed out of Seattle during that time period. It wasn't the most hospitable place for a soldier because, again, we're dealing with the major part. This is in 2007, so you're still dealing with a major part of Iraq and Afghanistan. Matter of fact, the surge was getting ready to kind of really kick off in Iraq.